Hello and welcome to this 11th part of the Wizzard Wargaming 2019 project vlog. Starting off with Immortals, showing 4 out of the 5 Tesla Immortals here. Got a lot of work done. The metallics, the golds, all are done. Also managed to finish the bases and the eyes on the models, just like the helmet. The same goes for the Gauss Immortals, which will be showing in a little while. This week I don't have any finished models because I focused mainly on painting all the Immortals. I promise right now that next week I will have a bunch of finished models, because when I recorded this they were looking like this, but in the meantime they are close to being done. Also, there will be a tutorial in the upcoming week about the Immortals. More on popular demand, people requesting more Necron videos, basically. And since I'm working on them anyway, it's not that much of extra work to put a camera on it. In a little bit, I'll also show the orcs I've been working on. Didn't get to work on the Space Marines this week, but that's okay. The orcs are also a bit further. I got them the metallics painted, the whites and the blacks painted. Painting the black will be partially in the live recorded session of the video. Here are the orcs. So for the upcoming week I hope to continue working on the orcs and on the Space Marines and finish the Immortals, so that next week hopefully you'll get to see some other models as well, and maybe some Tyranids. I'm not sure yet, depending on the amount of time I'm gonna have next week. I'm going to stop rambling right here because I have not a whole lot more to say. I hope you enjoyed this video, enjoyed the rest of the video. I'm going to say thank you for watching and see you next week. Bye bye.
Hello all, it's that time of the month again to paint some orcs, and I'm just about to block in some black parts. I'll start with this one. So I'm going to just start with pure black. Paint them in. This week as far as these guys go, I finished edge highlighting the blue and painted in the white parts, metal parts, and now for the final bits for this week I'll do some black parts as well. Oh, I'm a bit out of frame, I notice. So I'll zoom the camera a bit out. And go sit a bit different. Well, clearly this isn't anything fancy. Just blocking in those the panels that I want to be black. So for the next layer I will apply a coat of anthracite grey as a highlight. A really rough one. I'm not going to film that because that's not really interesting. So I'll be I should be back with some edge highlighting. So after the initial rough highlight of anthracite grey, I now made a mixture of 3 parts anthracite grey and 1 part white, and I'm just going to reinforce that highlight. And this is no science or super precise work. It basically comes down to making sure it is on there. And all I make sure of is that the previous highlight is slightly showing. So I'll just continue because this isn't that much work. I add 2 parts white to that mixture. It's just off camera. I can see it. Make the color lighter again. And the reason why this doesn't need to be super precise is because it's going to be followed by the AK interactive oil wash. So that will mess up most of the work anyway. It will stay visible, but it will look way different after that. Some sort of bug flying around here. I'll squash it later. The last one. So they're ready for the oil wash. So when I'm back, I'll be ready to apply that to the models. So there I am again. I have my wash here. I made it with some white spirit and some of the rust streaks, and I'm just gonna cover the model with it. If you've watched a bunch of my tutorials, you've probably seen me use this before. If not, and you want to see how I mix it up, go to either a Necron tutorial or Ork tutorial. And this is no science. This again is just slap it on there, make sure it's there. And I especially put it on the parts I've painted so far. So the metals, the blues, the armor panels, whites, blacks. If it's on the entire model, that's okay too. But the other parts of the model will get painted later anyway. So I'll just finish this off camera, and I'll see you next week for some of the live painting. Bye bye.